Mercy is the latest Chris Pratt star vehicle from Amazon MGM Studios, and I'm just noticing this as a weird trend in with Amazon movies, but they really seem to like just shooting their movies just on computer screens. Just no, let's not do cinematography. Let's have it all shown on computers and through VR stuff. Like, I just find it so weird that like after War of the Worlds, I thought that was like just what they were just lazy. They needed a quick buck, but this was expensive. This cost $50 million. Chris Pratt injured himself on set for this movie, and it is not worth that. This is a direct to DVD just trash you would see and think, I don't know, I got nothing else to do. Might as well. And what's even more baffling is Mercy is in 3D. And I guess the main thing people are talking about with this movie is the AI of it. This focuses on basically a AI judge essentially being tasked with this trial where this cop has murdered his wife. Supposedly, he has to prove his innocence. And if you're thinking that sounds familiar, it's because it's basically just the plot to Minority Report, but without any of the charm or creativity or, I don't know, good characters. Like, this is, I can't say, right currently I'd say this is probably the worst movie of the year, but this is January, so we'll give it time. But even as bad movies go, this isn't like what we had last year with like Snow White or like War of the Worlds. Movies that are just like so inexplicably, what? Where you just question, well, how did this get greenlit? How did this even get released? How did they not bury this movie? This is just boring. So much of this movie is just not worth watching in many ways. Like, there's nothing here that's like hilariously awful. It just feels like a stream movie. This just reminds me most of Mel Gibson's Flight Risk. A boring, lame, just unlikable movie with no charm. And going on the performance of this, Chris Pratt, I think is pretty terrible in this. Like, I don't know, this feels kind of, if he's acting like he's acting like a newcomer in this. Like this does not feel like someone who's an established Hollywood star. This feels like someone who's on their 5th movie, and this is their first lead role. It's just not a good performance, and he is not. And the thing is, I think with a better actor, this movie may have been salvageable. But Chris Pratt, I don't think roots it. Like, it's clearly trying to go for realism, and you don't see a cop, you see Chris Pratt. You needed someone who's more of an everyman. You needed a Miles Teller for this role. And if going on with Rebecca Ferguson, I don't really blame her for her performance in this, because what do you do with this? She's playing an AI judge. Has there ever been a good performance of an AI character like in the modern day? Like, there have been some, but it just feels like they kind of stuck her in a green screen room and she just recorded her lines on the first take. It's bad. And the script at first it's just kind of bland, but the last 30 minutes the screenwriters decide, you know what, I'm gonna have some fun. I'm gonna make this the most insane, crazy, M. Night Shyamalan stupid plot twist we've ever seen. Because, oh man, the ending for this movie is bad. And I'm sorry, how did Chris Pratt get injured in the climax? Like, this is not that. It's just baffling. Like, how did this movie have injuries on set? What? Just baffling. Certainly not one of the worst movies I've ever seen, but not worth watching. Like, don't see it, man. Because, first I heard this movie was like pro AI, but that would be something. That would be where I'm like, I could look at this and see, what were you thinking? Here, it's not. I mean, it's not. I don't know what this movie is. It's half of it's like pro AI, but near the end it's like anti AI, and you can't do both at the same time. You commit. It's not consistent either because they're trying to portray it like, oh, this system's broken. Yeah, I go for that, but that's not what you showed. Everything you showed has shown this as AI is essentially a good thing, yet you're saying it's a bad thing. What? Yeah, no. This movie has nothing to say about AI, which, if it has something to say, even if it's like pro AI, I'd be like, okay, you brought up some points. I don't agree with you, but, I don't know, you try to say something, but no, this is just hollow. Hollow and not worth your time at all.